Good morning. Oh my goodness, I look so fuzzy. Hi, everybody. How are you today? Let's see if I can find something to clean this camera lens with. Oh my gracious. Hi, Nanny Tam and Kim Mill. Hey, doll baby. Cynthia Delight, all the way from the Netherlands. Rebecca, Touched by Yarn. You've been working so hard this morning, sugar. Thank you. And I saw Butler Family Farm in here earlier. Hi, Nick, AZ, Highland Homestead. Hey, sweetie. Let's see if I can get it so y'all can see me. Hang on with me now. Hang on. I'm trying something new today. And it's so strange. There, that's much better to me. I don't know about y'all, but I've been working with so many oils, y'all. I got oil all over my house, everywhere. Good morning, Vision Preparedness. Hi, VP. I'm so glad you're here, honey. Gosh, y'all, the documentary that I told you about that from Opus Solar Generator of the team that came here, Vision Preparedness's documentary is out. I've shared it on my community page. You need to check that out because the man is amazing. I mean, just absolutely amazing. Nanny Tam, good morning. I hope you feel better. Last night, Nanny Tam was telling us she had a little bit of the flu going on, and I have some congestion as well, and we're going to talk a little bit about some things that I do to make things better for that in just a little bit. Evelyn Newman and Christy Betts, Prayer Mountain Homestead. Hi, Rita. Yeah, I feel pretty good. I'm feeling better. Um, Yesterday, I went live on Facebook to show how I make my cough syrup. And so I wanted to share a little bit of that with you today as well. But let's get ready to get started on our program because I hope that you can hear me well. My microphone apparently is not the best in the world. And going straight from YouTube and only YouTube seems to be a little different. A little different. Oh, good. It all sounds good. Thank you. Yeah. Yep. You okay, Nanny Tam? Thank you. About the same, ma'am, but not worse. Thank the good Lord. That's right. Hey, Dyer Family Farm. How you doing? What? Nick from AZ Highland is in the house? I know, Nick, we miss you. When was it? Thursdays that you went on all the time? That was fun. I enjoyed that. You sitting on the floor in your room. That was a lot of fun. So, if you happen to be new here on Tuesdays, this is ChooseDay, where we choose our attitude of the day. And you can. Last week, my attitude chose me, y'all, and I do have to apologize for that a little bit, but the support that I got from all of you in my grief was amazing and wonderful, and thank you. Thank you so much for everything that you did. But today is a whole lot better, a whole lot better. I'm better. My heart is better as far as emotionally. I'm better today. But I wanted to share a couple of things. I usually read stuff all week and try to figure out a message to be able to share with others and try to find something that might resonate with you. It's usually about the Lord most of the time because He's my focus, or at least I try to have Him be my focus. Sometimes He's in the background. Doesn't work out very well when He is. And I came across some situations in my life peripherally that really kind of helped me understand that we don't have to continue what we were raised. We don't have to continue. We can break the chain. I personally happened to be raised by parents. They divorced when I was 5. My father was a severe alcoholic. He wasn't a mean drunk. He wasn't. He was sweet and funny, but he was sloppy. He was a sloppy drunk. And so I learned that I'm going to break that cycle, right? I'm going to help my children break that cycle to understand that we don't have to be what we're exposed to. And so I want to read you a little something that kind of helps support that idea, keeping our eyes on the Lord and knowing that things can be different, things can be better than what we've had in the past. And this is called Through by Yulee K. You can grow up in chaos and become someone who creates peace. You can grow up being hurt and become someone who looks tenderly after the wounds of others. You can grow up being taught to turn bitter from all of the wretched things they did to you and become someone who learns to forgive and move onward and upward and forward. You can grow up around anger and become a gentle spirit. You can grow up surrounded by artificial love and come to know how to recognize the real thing, real love, because your history does not determine whether or not you have the ability to become a decent human being. I'll say that again. Your history does not determine whether or not you have the ability to become a decent human being. In fact, it can spur you on to break the cycle. You have become who you are today because you choose the future over your past, because you dug through rather than walked around, and because you needed to be the very thing that may have been absent in your life. Looking toward the Lord and knowing that you can be the one that breaks the chain. And that's my message today. Be the one that breaks the chain. I am concentrating on being the one that breaks the chain, not continuing on for crazy things that went around in my youth. Or you don't have to be a product of your environment. That's exactly right. Hey, Simply Jan Homestead, how you doing, sweetie? And Karen, and let's see, Moaning Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. I'm so glad you're here. Dyer Family Farm, Lily Bird. Amen, sweetie. Vision Preparedness, VP. Amen. We can learn from each other. We're stronger together. Of course, there is no way in the world, excuse me, we can be the change. That's right, VP. Good morning, Diana. I'm glad you're here. Stitching it up. Generational curses break the chain. Today, I'm concentrating on breaking that chain and making sure that I learn from the past and understand that sometimes the stuff that you're exposed to, well, that's the thing that you go, I don't want to do that for sure. I certainly don't want to do that. And it helps us to learn different avenues and different routes and things like that. So, y'all, I got a bunch of mail. I, I haven't been to the post office in like a couple of weeks. Yeah, some of us are chump change. That's right, lazy days ahead. Ads are playing on my live. Oh, Rebecca, I'm sorry. I set it up differently from YouTube. So I hope that people that might miss something can potentially go back and listen again. I've got a cough and I have congestion. And as soon as I go through the mail, which is going to be so fun, I'm going to be able to share with you what I have been doing to help myself. And I think that's going to be pretty cool. But you're going to have to put up with me coughing a little bit. Excuse me. So, I have Miss Lisa's dopey jelly because I had her jam. I am her jam. She's my jam. I can tell you that. This is mullein tea. Now, it sounds disgusting. It grows as a weed, mostly all over the United States. I couldn't get mullein to grow for anything. Now, people can grow weeds, and I couldn't get mullein to grow. Isn't that crazy? And so I ordered some. I ordered some on Amazon. Just so you know, hey, Miss T with the T, greetings and salutations to you too, sweetheart. And just so you know, I'm ordering more and more herbs. You need to make sure that the herbs that you get are from a reputable company and they're organic and that you know what you're getting. But man, I got myself a pretty good stockpile right now, and I am drinking mullein tea. It tastes pretty good. I put a little bit of lemon in there. I put some honey in there. And the honey that I have put in this time, I wanted to share with you these people's channel because I met them at the Soul Family Expo in Savannah, Georgia last year. Cutest couple, just adorable. And the man there that runs it is all about bees. He is all about bees. Now, this might be backwards for you because it's frontwards for me, but it says naturally made by happy bees. But this is from the Bee Hive Homestead, from the Beehive Homestead. And I'll put their link down here underneath. Excuse me. From what I understand, mullein, yeah, if you would hit that like button, that'd be great. Mullein helps you, it's an expectorant, allegedly. It is an expectorant that as it gets in your system and down your lungs, the way that I have heard that you're supposed to use mullein is to smoke. Well, I don't have any rolling papers around here or anything like that, so I don't know what to do as far as smoking it. Or you can make it a tea, or you can make mullein a tincture. And this is what it looks like. It just looks like a dried herb. I've put it in a bunch of different jars and had an oxygen absorber in there. But if you can see, trying to find the camera, see that mullein? Just looks like dried leaves. Oh, good. Jesse, thank you. He put Jarrett's from the Beehive Homestead link in there. I bought some local honey from a local at the farmer's market. It went dark, seems, for a minute after 2 months. Nanny Tam, I've never seen that before either. I do have local honey from our farmer's market that I usually use. Yeah, I know. Rolling papers to smoke it up, stitching it up. I don't have those, but you know, who knows? I don't know. I see other people doing it with paper or something, but I'm not sure how you're supposed to smoke it if you can't breathe all that great. So y'all tell me what you're supposed to do with that. And it was expensive. Yeah, Nanny Tam, honey is expensive. It's between $15 and $20 for a container like this in most places. I think his was 12 or something like that. But it's delicious honey, and I'll show you what I did with it in a second. I got some mail. And we're already 13 minutes in. I got a lot I want to show you. $17 a pint. Oh gosh. Okay, I got you. But I did. I got some mail, y'all. And this is from, make sure I don't show her. This is from Karma with Lewis Acre Family Farm, Karma. And I was on her live where she got 250 subscribers, which was so cool for her. She's working hard. Put it in a pipe, maybe. Well, you know what, Diana? One of my treasures that I have kept is my daddy's pipes because he used to smoke pipe all the time. Huh, that might work. Y'all be seeing Ann Dale on the back porch with a pipe in her mouth smoking something that looks like weed, but it is mullein. Hey, J3GS Farm. I'm glad to see you this morning, sugar. I didn't get with you and Miss T. I didn't get in your live this morning. I'm sorry. Anyway, these are some seeds that I won. We all love seeds. And it says, thank you for helping me celebrate my achieved goals. I was so blessed to have you there. Enjoy the early bird prize. I won one of the early bird prizes. And if y'all just walked in the door and heard me talk about smoking out of a pipe or rolling papers, It was about mullen, okay? Not the other M word. It was about mullen to be able to get this decongested in my chest. So these are the seeds. Winter squash. It's honey boat delicata. Delicata? I don't know. Saved 2021, which is super cool because she grew it in her garden. Hey, G Mama Gross. I appreciate that. Anyway, look at all these instructions this woman wrote on here. Isn't that? She sent me 10 seeds. I love it. And this is Lewis Acre Farm. Love blooms here. And there's her sticker. Y'all, I'm having a hard time finding the camera today. I know where the camera is. Excuse me, but it's all backwards for you. For me. It's like looking in the mirror and trying to pinch yourself or something. I don't know. Anyway, I got some more mail. Now I opened the bag and peeked in, but I haven't looked at anything. This is from Bonfire. I haven't pulled it out, but it is a prize. And let's see what this prize is. Oh my goodness, it's two. Oh my gracious. Y'all, I got two shirts. Look at that. I got Lazy Days Ahead critter size t-shirt. Oh, see, I'm backwards. Isn't that the coolest thing? They're probably tired of me wearing their shirt. I love these baseball shirts, and this one is so soft. It comes from Bonfire. And look at here. Here's another one with red sleeves. With red sleeves. Isn't that great? Wowzers. Now, Worth and I can be a matching couple. I don't know. I might have to steal this from him. What's the size? I love it. I had no idea there were two shirts in here. This one is a large, and this one is a large. Well, you know what? I'm tickled pink. Thank you, Jesse and Lisa, for all of your gifts and all of your wonderful prizes. This is going to be a lazy days ahead with Jesse and Lisa mail extravaganza because y'all, I'm on their channel all the time. For one thing, I love them to pieces, but um, I I do win occasionally, and it's really cool. Mm. Who doesn't feel? Oh, you have the same one, Karma. Thank you for those seeds. Were you in here? Did I talk you up? Were you in here? And you're welcome, Miss Ann. I wish there was a way I could pop the comments up on the screen when you're going straight from YouTube. It doesn't look like you can, and I'm trying to learn all these new things since StreamYard went up on all their prices. You need one of those beautiful shirts. Yes, you do, Diana. Hey, everybody. It's okay, Lori. You are not. Thank you, G Mama Grows. G Mama, we're just on YouTube today. I invited all my people over from Facebook to come over here today because that's just kind of how I wanted to do it, one platform at a time. And if you will drop your link, please, in the chat, G Mama Grows Hard in the Garden. She's such an awesome friend and is so faithful and wonderful. And she is modding for a ton of channels. Dyer Family Farm saying hey to everybody. Everybody saying hey. Hey, how do cooking at Pam's Place. I'm so glad you're in here, my buddy Pam. So many exciting new things going on. Pam, I'm trying something different today, honey. I'm trying something different. You know, we all experiment, right? Now, there is something else. I guess maybe. I don't know. This is an extra large. Hey, Jesse, were those two shirts for me? Because, one of them might be able to fit my husband, but he might have to fight me for it. But look at this. Woo! This is for the man in the family. I got their critter size t-shirt. Isn't that just the neatest thing? The pinks were for you, the green is for Worth. Oh, you're so awesome. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. KP, I do. You're okay being late to the party, honey. What we're concentrating on today on our Tuesday is to be the one that breaks the chain, that we can learn from our past and we don't have to be what our past has been because we don't live there anymore. We live here right now. So I told you it was going to be a lazy days ahead mail extravaganza. I won again, y'all. I'm telling you, I don't know. Something about that is just amazing. And this was from the dark side, the wheel of the dark side. Hey, cooking at Pam's place, says G Mama Grows. Remind me to never let you fold my shirts, Miss Ann. That's right. I know. Oh, well. I'll do better. Yeah. Check out the Land of Plenty merch. Thank you, G Mama Grows. This is from the dark side of the wheel. Most of us go over on every other Saturday night to Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. And we play their games. And I happened to win something. I don't know. It was a fidget or something. It was something that I may have already had. Oh, no. I'm going to have to. Well, I'm going to have to. I don't have any scissors. Don't do this. Do as I say, not as I do. Don't ever use your teeth to open things. Huh. Have you ever heard that from your mother? This is a blanket. It's a blanket that looks like, oh my gosh, and there's a sleep mask. Yeah, that's right. Okay, Mom. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm telling you better than what I do. It looks like a tortilla. I wish I could open the whole. It's rounded. See, it's a round brown blanket. I thought it was hilarious. But it's a round blanket that looks like a taco shell or a burrito shell. Isn't that the coolest thing? And then the sleep masks that come with it. I don't know how to open it. I should have opened this stuff before y'all came in. I know, but it's so soft. It really is soft. I missed last week. You were at Billy Brim's Autumn Assembly Christian Conference. That's awesome. I think you're allowed to miss Jesse's live if you're in church. I think that's perfectly fine. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, I can't see you guys, but I'm thinking new fashion for Anne, maybe? New fashion? Yeah, I'm a nut. It's okay. Oh, Worth is in the kitchen. Could you hear that? He dropped something in there. That's so fun. Anyway, this is yummy. The kids will love it. Oh, screenshot time. Lord have mercy. I will have to go back and see myself because obviously I couldn't see myself when I put the mask on. So that is my mail. I did receive one other thing in the mail that I wanted to share with you guys that I think is very important. Although, as Vision Preparedness says, you need to practice your preps, I haven't practiced this one yet. So, this is a survival torch. I was listening to Bland's Promised Land Ranch, and I was listening to Eric talk about he took his kids out in the field. He was, 100 yards away from his house, but they were pretending like they didn't have their house there, right? He had given Brownie will love it. He had given everyone, all of his kids, which they have 8 of them, and he only had like 4 with him out there. And he had given them all a way to start a fire. Most of them failed at starting fires. And this is the one thing that worked every time. Now, I'm just pulling it out fresh from the packaging. But what it is, and it's got some instructions. I'm not going to do it right here because, I'll probably burn my hair or something, burn myself up. But it is a flint stick that has the wick already built in. Now, the only flint sticks that I had before they were cheap. They come in a kit, and I'm not coordinated enough to be able to get them to work, along with having hands that hurt all the time. And so I wasn't able to do that. And what you do, you pull the wick down, down like this. You pull the wick down. I do know how you're supposed to use it, but you pull it down, and then you're supposed to use this sharp side. I, I'm I'm scared to because I don't know exactly what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna practice that prep. But I wanted to show you what it looked like. It's called a survival torch. Hey, Maria Graham, you usually have appointments on Tuesdays. I'm so glad you're in here. And Sarah's Happy Hives. Hey, sweetheart. Yeah, thank you. Survival torch, all in one, flint and steel fire starter. Usually, when it comes, because that's one reason why I buy lighters almost every single time I go to the store. Usually, when I'm using flint sticks, for one thing, hey, Robin Hood, glad you're here. Robin Hood Homestead. Make a short when I figure it out. Okay, yeah, I will do that. But it comes like this, and you wrap the cord around it in order to be able to store it. What I was really interested in was the fact that um, of all the fire starters, and they had everything but lighters, this was the thing that started in the rain and the wind. And so I thought, okay, I'm big on those fire things, right? I thought that was great. I got to practice with it though. I have to practice. So that was something really interesting. Again, the package looks like this: survival torch. You can go on either my Amazon store, I'm trying to get it right for you, or Jesse and Lisa. I hope. How much is that torch? It wasn't much. Let's see. Um, Let me see real quick, because it says wind and water resistance, but it's even Miss Ann resistant. That's true right this minute, because I don't want to really get into it that much right here, because, catch the couch on fire. That would be something, wouldn't it? That would be something. All right, here we go. It was delivered, and it is trying to find it. Well, anyway, you're going to have to look it up. It wasn't much, though. It wasn't terribly expensive. But you're supposedly able to drop it in water. It's supposed to work with wind, all those types of things. Now, I haven't personally done that, obviously. I just opened the package in front of you. So we'll see. I don't know. But I'm going to give it a shot, right? I'm going to give it a shot. So we're just about out of time, but quickly, I wanted to show you what I've been doing. This is my mullein tea, and I'm using it in a bowl like this. I heat the water first, because sometimes these metal containers, I heat it in the microwave, and sometimes these metal containers will make the microwave spark, and I don't want to blow up the kitchen or anything, or blow up the microwave. And I add a little honey to it. And sometimes I add some teas, which this happens to be superfruit green tea that I added to it. It doesn't have that much of a taste. But I have also been taking, because usually these colds and things that I get, because I do have some respiratory issues, will turn into bronchitis. And then sometimes, thank you, Lily Bird. Sometimes they will turn into pneumonia. I'm prone to do that. And so I have to be very careful if I get a cold or a stuffy nose. And I use these nasal washes to be able to try to keep the infection out. But what I have done as well, this is oregano, and it is Mexican oregano. Supposedly, uh, you don't know what it's used for. Can you do a quick bullet point for using it as far as the mullein tea? Mullein is an expectorant, so it makes you cough to get rid of the congestion that you're in there. Me too. I'm usually fighting lung stuff. A lot of us have that. This is what I did. I put it in a crock pot for 3 days on low with a towel in the bottom and water up to about right here on low. I did put the lid on the crock pot. And then you let it sit for just a few days after that. And I strained it. It looks like this once you strain it in a jar. Oregano is supposed to be a very powerful antibiotic. And so instead of, you know, I don't want to sit on the couch and burn it up. I don't want to blow up the kitchen. That's true. I don't want to blow up the kitchen with those metal things. So this is what the oregano oil, this is grapeseed oil. Most everything else I've done has been with castor oil, but you take this internally. Like I use 3 drops every day and sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. And I couldn't do that with castor oil. Good night of mercy. That stuff tastes terrible. Just tastes terrible. I can add peppermint and oregano to the mullein mixture. And that's what I did. So eventually I put it in one of these little things. I've got some brown bottles and I just pull it out and put 3 little drops. I put 3 little drops in my tea. But I'm also going to show you it's 3 little drops. It doesn't really have a taste. It's kind of a little oily, but it doesn't have a taste. But mullein is an expectorant for that. Also, something that works beautifully for me is some cough syrup that I make. You may have these items now. I've already made it, but I can show you what I have in it because I made some yesterday. I was about to run out, and yeah, no, I'm using little brown bottles. What is it? Rolling papers, smoking mullein, blowing up the kitchen, catching the couch on fire, and now I'm using little brown bottles. Today is a day. It is. It's a day today. That is crazy. Hello, David Hunt. Oh, my gracious. I'm so glad to see you in here. Thank you. So, what I make is homemade cough syrup. Now, this is all that we had left, and you see how liquidy. It's very liquidy. And we've been using a couple of doses a day, both Worth and I, because we're both coughing and hacking. This is what I made yesterday. And so it still needs to sit up a little bit because although it's liquidy and I could take some spoonfuls out of it. Oh, you got my song finished? Thank you, David. You're supposed to be breaking the cycle, Miss Ann. I am, honey. I don't, all that stuff is perfectly innocent. I'm smoking mullein, not the other M word. I ain't going to blow up the kitchen. I don't want to set the couch on fire. So I'm breaking the chain. See, I'm making these choices to be conservative and to be able to be better and not like burn my house down today. So this is the cough syrup. I cut up, yeah, good. Thank you, Inspired Clips. Hey, Butler Family Farm. I'm so glad. Y'all, Butler Family Farm is just growing hands over fist, and we're tickled to death for them. This is, as I speak about cough syrup and then I cough like crazy, I've cut half of a red onion. It came up to about right here. You cut it up in bigger chunks because you're going to want to strain it later. And then I used a whole garlic clove. I mean, a whole garlic thing. And by the way, if y'all have any ideas of how to get paper off of all those little cloves, that was a pain in the neck. And I had a hard time. I had a hard time. Hey, Holly Hobby. How you doing, Sugar Pie? Our treasured home. Hey, Nancy. So good to see y'all. But I had a hard time getting the paper off of all those little bitty things. Kept sticking to my fingers. Then I put turmeric. I just put a few scoops of turmeric. I happened to order some turmeric online. It's organic turmeric that I have just because the more I learn, the more I'm becoming an herb snob a little bit. I mean, just a little bit of a snob. But, you know, you can get it at the grocery store. And I did. Most of my turmeric is from the Mexican section of the uh, Latin American section of the grocery store. Onion, garlic, turmeric. And once you put turmeric in there, you have to put a little bit of pepper to activate the turmeric. Ginger is in here. And then you cover it with honey. So trim off the top of the clove, put it in the microwave for 20 seconds. The garlic falls right off. You have to put it in the microwave though? Okay, okay. And you buy garlic in a package that's ready to be peeled, Prayer Mountain Homestead. Yeah. Hey, Evelyn Newman. I'm great. I'm glad you're here. I bet this concoction is good for a lot of ailments, and it has autoimmune condition and searching for remedies. Lilybird. This is something that honestly you could take every day. Whether you have a cough or whether you don't, all those things are good for you, allegedly. For inflammation, blood flow, all those types of things. And you can't go wrong with garlic and red onion. That's for sure. You have a silicone round tube that you roll and take the paper off. You peel garlic under cold running water, no stickies. Huh. Y'all are awesome. I'll have to try. I ordered something, my midnight Amazon shopping trips. I went on Amazon and ordered one of those roly things like Rebecca's talking about, but I've never tried one. So we'll get to see. The one caveat, the warning that you need to know about honey, excuse me, is you're supposed to use a wooden or plastic spoon or whatever kind of ointment. It is supposed to be a wooden or a plastic spoon. Apparently, metal will taint your honey and do something, interfere with it somehow. Shake the garlic in a bowl with a lid like eggs to remove the paper. Gee, mama. You have the roly thing too, inspired clips. And Lazy Days Ahead said, homemade help, cough remedies, easy, simple, be ready, help. Okay, he put my video up of the recipe. That's awesome. Thank you, Lazy Days Ahead. This mullein, it seems like I'm worse, but the mullein is what brings it up to get it out of you. Anybody that I know that's used mullein has said, oh, Lord, yeah, you can use a regular spoon as long as you don't leave it in the honey. Is that right, Butler Family Farm? That's not okay. Maybe so. What do I know? And Karma says, my honey doesn't last long enough to be tainted. Another friend of mine, we were cooking it. That's why it's called an expectorant, Miss Ann. Yeah. So if you're not ready to cough it out, don't ingest mullein. Break up the mucus and has to be healthier than Mucinex. Nanny Tam, I can't take Mucinex because, yes, to dip it in and out is okay, but just don't leave a metal spoon in your honey, Butler says. I can't take Mucinex. Worth can take it, but he hates medicine. He doesn't take anything but a BC. He doesn't take medicine. May I ask an unasked question? How much water do you drink per day? Not enough. I'll tell you that. Not enough. But after this tea, I had another friend of mine from Not For Nothing Homestead that gave me a large Starbucks, one of their cups that has a straw in it, one of the plastic straws. And you drink a gallon of water a day, Rebecca? Good gracious. And I've been filling that up twice a day. and putting lemon in there and cayenne pepper in there to be able to do that. Yeah, Miss Ann's lung help. Thank you, Jessie. So normally about this time, I'm just waving the white flag and heading to the doctor's office. Now, y'all, yeah, um, that is nice, G Mama. I put water, lemon, and a dash of cayenne pepper in there and drink it all day. And y'all know I do my cayenne pepper shots. I thought I had some around here to show you, but I do my cayenne pepper shots in the morning as well. Taste nasty, but I can tell when I don't do it that it doesn't, I mean, it doesn't burn. I just don't like spice. I don't like spicy things. So I drink a little water afterwards and it's doing fine. Do you make elderberry syrup? Is this better than elderberry? Nanny Tam, I have never made elderberry syrup. I I got to tell y'all the truth. Um, the elderberry, I love it. I buy other people's elderberry. I get elderberry from the farmer's market from people that I know. Um, and Black's Tropical Homestead makes elderberry syrup, all those kinds of things. You drink 80 ounces of water a day. Good grief. But um, I'm scared. They tell me it's toxic if you don't cook it. And I'm a little nervous. I just got to say, I mean, that's the truth. And KP1 says, okay, you need to address that first. Daily plan. Unless you know of a flavored water well that the Lord gave us to drink from up to half of your weight in ounces, you need to do it every day. Okay, okay. Thank you, KP. I'm listening, Mama. Butler Family Farm says, I drink about a gallon a day, but I drink it from, I don't know what a circle, and there is flavor in it. Okay. Speaking of honey, Sarah's Happy Hive says, oh, yeah, you know all about honey. And let's see. I have a mess to clean up. Oh, my goodness. It's good. Thank you. Thank you, sweet Sarah. You're so precious. We got 3 elderberry clippings from the Dyer family farm, says Lazy Days Ahead, at the Pinecone Fest meetup. Can't wait to see them sprout. I've gotten some sprouts and I have some wild growing next to the creek. The birds dropped it off, but I don't know how to do it. And I'm scared. You know, it's one of those things that if you don't know how to do it and you know that there's some toxicity in there somewhere, you better learn before you start experimenting. Yes, the toxicity is what kept me from processing elderberries. Gee, Mama, it can't be that hard. I mean, everybody else does it. Whoa, y'all. Awesome water intake. Yeah, it is. There, those folks that drink a gallon a day, that's crazy. I mean, it's wonderful. I wish I did. I would probably, you wouldn't see me very well in the same spot for a very long time because I'd be running to the ladies' room like crazy. Awesome water intake. I add ice to my soda and keep a bottle of water around because my diabetes keeps me thirsty. I like my Coca-Cola too, Lori. I get my elderberry juice from the farmer's market. Good, 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 Rebecca. And so let's see, Miss Ann, there's this new thing called YouTube. Lots to learn there. Yeah, it is, Jesse. It is. So as that mullen is doing its job and working well, I'll be around. I'll be popping in and out. This is fun to have everybody in the same chat so you can see each other talking and stuff. Hey, Joe, fix it for you. Hi, sweet Joey. Y'all need to check out his channel too. Joey is such a kind gentleman, and there's not that many gentlemen. Chivalry is not dead. We have gentlemen in our chat today, and I'm just loving it. So, as we come to a close and you guys say goodbye to each other, God's water, God's food, God's way, the perfect medicine. That's absolutely correct. I'm trying to not immediately go to the pill bottle on the shelf or to go to the prescriptions because God put it all here for us. We just have to learn how to utilize it. And I'm learning all the time. I'm learning. So, y'all, as you say goodbye to each other, I'm going to close out and recap a little bit about what we talked about today and how we started our program as far as what I'm going to concentrate on. Hey, Vicky Hope, thank you for being here, honey. So remember that what you go through is in the past. It doesn't necessarily mean it's the person that you have to be. You can go through the very worst of everything and still turn out to be a decent human being. We can be the ones to break the chain. We can be the ones to make the change, to make a difference in this world by learning from each other, by helping each other, and teaching each other. So I love you all. Remember, the Lord says, I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They're plans for good and not to harm you. They're plans for hope and a future. Love you all. We'll talk to you soon. Y'all take care and thank you. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you all. Love you. Bye bye now.